Hello Blood Bowl fans. Okay, let's take a look at the Tinfoil League this time, which is likely to kick off in the next couple of weeks. This is the team that I have in the cup as it is, and it is now their third season. The ICBBL Tinfoil Cup is based on the popular Cripple Cup designed by Lewpac. Our version is slightly different, and the rule set was compiled by our mod Vinny Pet. It's not exactly the same thing, though it is very close. The main feature of this cup is that a team is forbidden from taking any rerolls or apothecary. I went undead because I like them a lot, in the first place, and it defeats the apo problem. I've also maxed coach assistant and cheerleaders to ensure any free rerolls are coming my way when we have those kickoff events. In this setup I have to take 4 skeletons, which I was more than happy to do, and I have to take 4 ghouls, which I was less happy to do because I don't particularly like the ghoul piece, but them's the breaks. I could have maximum 1 mummy. I could have maximum 2 warrior priests, but I could only have 13 pieces, so I opted to take 3 zombies instead of 2 warrior pieces. The rules for this league are very strict, and each race has its own set of rules. No player can be fired from the team either or hired during active season, so this is the team assuming they all survive. It's also the reason why I took just the one white, who I've called a warrior priest a few times for some reason. That's his name, that's why. So far they have survived. I hope they'll survive at least one more season. I'm pretty sure that season 1 we didn't make it to the playoff, and in season 2 we were knocked out in the first round, unfortunately, by the reigning champion Fallen Glory. We're hoping for a better showing this season, though one of my fiercest rivals and returning champion Fallen Glory is in my pool. The fluff for this team was that they were a crew of armourers who were systematically slaughtered after a dwarf game where many of their clients were injured. Many of the team are also all retired Blood Bowl players, and the only memory they have is the role they used to play in the game. We have the return of some of the familiar skeletons. These are the skeletons that I use in every team. It makes it easier to remember what they do, who they are, etc, etc. Fracture and Stiff, the punchy skeletons. Exhibit, the ball carrier, who is a secondary ball carrier, a backup ball carrier in this team. And Specimen, who is just basically our ongoing hero. He's always a fan favourite for some reason. He's also my favourite. I also double Specimen as a backup blitzer. If the white is out, Specimen does his job. We then have 2 pairs of ghouls. We have Gutter Runner and Skaven Thrower, who obviously used to be rats. They do work usually in tandem. Gutter Runner has actually been given a block skill, though he does have a niggle. And Skaven Thrower has plus agility. I really think we're going to miss him in the opening round of this cup, actually. Fracture as well, as he's my other level up from the skeleton group, but he's going to be less missed, I'm afraid. They do often play a throwing game as well. It is in their repertoire. They have successfully made some plays off the back of a pass. We did actually score one of our touchdowns in the last game off the back of a pass. The other pair, which I usually keep warming the bench, though I'm going to only have 11 in my first game, so they're going to be on the starting line, are not the most obvious of friends, as one used to be a dwarf and one used to be a goblin, but they do work together and they found some common ground when they died. We also have the Rat Ogre, and the main thing with the Rat Ogre was that his job was to move the forge when they had to follow the team with their armor making kit. Now in the form of a mummy, of course, in death. The only thing I really remember about this piece is that everyone is terrified of him for some reason. We also have the 3 zombies, also from the Stumbler category. They're the same 3 zombies that I have. They're 3 of the same zombies that I have in every Stumbler team. They just make up the line of scrimmage, of course. Lastly, we have the white, Warrior Priest. I leveled him with Fend because of my opponent last season, I guess, though I wish I'd taken a different level up now looking at it. The team record is 2-1-3, which is far from ideal, and we do want to do better this season. I hope we can turn it around. A few more interesting things. We have had 2 successful catches in our 6 games. We have had 5 touchdowns, so there's only 1 game that we've missed a touchdown in on average. And we've had a lot of casualties, as you can see, but it is Tinfoil like Cripple, and you are supposed to be injured a lot. We also had a successful interception, and I'm pretty sure it was a skeleton who did that, so that's always nice. Gotta love my skeletons. Looking at the pool, there are 3 more teams to face off against. The returning champion, Fallen Glory, and his super awesome Dutch folks. We have a history, this team and I, and we want to even the score this time by getting another win. It wouldn't even the score actually, as we are 1 for 1 as we were playing in a 2-legged tie last season. He does have an Ulfwerener out, so I don't actually think I would mind facing Urban Zorro in the first match. He's been very lucky with levels though, I've got to say. So he's had this lineman here, Michael, with a double and an 11. That's pretty impressive. And the plus strength on the thrower as well. I guess these two are his key pieces, but as you can see, he has lots of levels across the board. Having a quick look at his statistics, he's 7, 1 and 4. There's a reason he's the champion. This team have been playing very well. 17 touchdowns he scored. Then we have Papillon 47, who I have played, that much I'm sure of, but I don't remember the game that we played. I know him to be a competent coach though, listening to the people in the community. As you can see, this is a completely rookie team, so it's going to be really interesting to see how he does actually, because he's up against 3 veteran teams from 3 seasons. Though I wish him luck, and I'm sure that he'll give us a run for our money. He's definitely not an obvious wooden spoon candidate. And lastly we have Varkson, who I haven't played, but I know he is a very competent coach. He was also the runner-up in the Pyrite, which Fallen Glory won, by the way. His Nurgle team, What Rotten Luck, has been severely battered. It looks like he's down to 9 players, unfortunately, with 2 injuries as well. He's going to have a rough start to the season, it looks like. And he's only got he's got 2 level ups, sorry, but he hasn't chosen what to put on the Pestigore yet, and I guess this Mighty Blow piece Nurgle Warrior is currently his key piece. It'll be interesting to see how he does. And having a look at his statistics, oh, only 3 games. Okay, I guess he's a veteran from last season, not all seasons. So he's 1-1-1. Having seen the lineup, I actually quite like the Bloodbowl Armourers' chances of going to the playoff. I know each coach in my pool to be a competent one, so certainly no guarantee, but I'm silently confident. Group A also has 4 teams. Undo, Smoko, Jackal and Ook make up the lineup, with 2 flavors of Elf, Lizards and a second Skaven team. All 4 teams are veterans of previous seasons. Well, that's all for this team. Thanks for watching, and I guess the first game will be happening in the next 2 weeks. Bye for now.